We're going to have two speakers looking at the experience of social farming in different services. And first of all, Helen Hunt from Brothers of Charity in Galway will talk about the experience of social farming in an intellectual disability service. So Helen, great.
Hi everybody, thank you for having us here today. We're very passionate in our organisation about the Brothers. It just is so meaningful to everybody who engages in it, for us as a service provider. For us as a service provider, and also for the people we support within our services. So, like a lot of people, I haven't a clue about farming, so I'm going to apologise in advance. And I'm a bit nervous about public speaking. I was a bit lastminute.com, so bear with me, please. So I work in the West Roscommon services in Castlereagh in County Roscommon, and we have 12 residential houses there. We have 10-day services, and we support over 50 adults in those services and 10 children. And we have been engaged with social farming since 2017, so we have quite a long history with it. And again, the families which we work with, both the Barlows and the Keaveneys, are just so thank you for everything you do, because you make the experience very, very special on every single day. So I'm just going to start off with the presentation. So this is Breda. Breda is in our services, and I just thought I'd open up with speaking about how she sees it, and it is the farm reminds her of home and the things she did with her family, feeding the cows, the lambs, the sheep and the hens, and bringing in the eggs. So I think that just puts into perspective the reconnection for the people and how they feel about revisiting farm and the normality of it. And I suppose just to look at it, what it means for those who engage. We're a rural-based community. Every house that we grow up in has a farm or a bit of land or something, and it's a normal thing. And it's a place where people in those family backgrounds, you know, doing something on the farm, and I think somebody spoke about this earlier, it's normal. It doesn't matter what your ability is. It's what will you do. It's a job. You get on with it. And I think when they go out to these farms, they reconnect with that normality, and they reconnect with the fact that I can do this. And for so much of their adult life, and I think especially the older cohort, you know, they have lived in this area of disability, and disability being so titled on them that they've lost sometimes the connection of what they can do. And I think they go back into those houses and the families on the farms, and they just reconnect and they gain their identity again. And there are no words for what this brings to those people. You know, everybody spoke about well-being and about the confidence and about the normalization. And, you know, there is no words that just shows how empowering that is for people who all their lives have probably, especially the older cohort, have been in a kind of institutional-led environment or a minding environment where everything was done for them, because people might have felt, oh God, can't let them make the tea, they might burn themselves, or definitely can't put a nail in a piece of wood because that's going to be catastrophic. So it's just those kind of things. And again, it's productive work. They see what they do, they see an end result, they go out there and there's actually a productivity to the thing they do. It's not just about doing a task and there's nothing more about it. It's really got a productivity, and they see the calves they might feed this week. In 6 months, their cows going off to the marsh or wherever, or they see the chicks become the hens, and you know, there's a whole cycle to it. So everything that they do out on those farms on the days they're there, there is a reward, there is a productivity, there's just a feedback to them that they can see they have a function and they have a purpose. And I think that is so therapeutic. Like in our own lives, we just get so much from doing a job that gives us feedback. So it's exactly the same for the people within our services and the people we support. And you cannot even name that. And that they have, you know, we talk about equality, we talk about inclusion, and this is a place where that is just so organic. They are accepted as the person coming in, and they're just going to feed, they're going to get the eggs, they're going to do whatever. And it's pure inclusiveness. They're there on an equal footing because they're doing the same job as everybody else who is there on the day. It's not like where we all have people who we support who may get a job in a shop, or they may get a job, but it's nearly tokenism. It's just not in the same way productive and rewarding as what this is. So it just focuses on their ability. It focuses on what they can do. And there is no disability when everybody is equal, when everybody is included. It is ability, and it's an ability-led just exercise, activity, day spent. It is just so habilitating for all people. And again, when you feel you are able and you are the same as everybody else, it does build your self-esteem. It does increase your skills. And, you know, a lot of the people which we support, and any of you here who are staff will know with me, we'd often sit around at meetings saying, oh, well, I tried that and they don't like it, and I've tried this and they don't like it. But this is an experiential learning, and they mightn't like every aspect of it. And some people go out and it's not for them. But other people go out and, you know, they might like some aspect of it. So we then are fed, and we know how to bring that person to life, that they like this type of animals, or they like that type of work, or they like the messy bit. You know, I don't know about farming, so I'm not too sure. But, you know, I can tell that there's elements they love and elements that they get so much from. So those skills can be developed and brought forward for that person in maybe another environment, in maybe another setup. And it is our pathway to progression and getting people to live their best life. And then also, it's the social element. You know, they have friends there, they have peers there, they have the family, they connect with the family, they become friends with the children. I know on certain days one of the lads go out and he's the guy who meets the postman every morning and brings the post back to that family. So it's all about that kind of thing. And it gives them pride in themselves. And I just don't think we can underestimate how pride affects us and how it drives us to be with that. So I just think for the people we support, it's just hugely, hugely important and hugely beneficial. You can't just even put 2 or 3 words on the benefit for people. It is so hugely beneficial. And this is Ernest. And again, I just put Ernest's words in here. And what he loves to do is clean out the sheds, feed the cattle. He's out in the fresh air. He's helping Grania and Shane, and he loves it. And Ernest, because of from his experiences here now on the farm, does, you know, all last summer he did a pallet recycling project where he made garden furniture and he made tables and chairs for outside. He does little bits of maintenance now in some of the houses of putting up shelves because he has learned skills from being on the farm. And we've lost, you know, it's educating staff that so what if he got a cut or a nick? It's normal. It's life. I can burn myself doing something, so can they. So it's not going to be, it's such empowerment for them. We just have to buy a van. So Frank is gone, is he, or just for them? He needs a van for his work. And I suppose from the organisational point of view, I mean, at the Brothers of Charity, we talk about providing quality service and we support people that are in danger of being marginalised. So it's about that we develop and maintain connected lives. And we are a social organisation and we are community embedded. Each and every one of our houses in the area within which I work are just in the community, the same as side by side with everybody else. And I just think social farming just brings the ethos of the organisation to life, and it does what it needs to do. And we've now been involved in 2017. I'm running out of time, am I? Sorry. So the funding, it's a lot, but you know what? You can't put a price on quality. You can't put a price on bringing people's lives to life, to be feeling they're important. And, you know, as regard to compliance, if you are person-supported and providing a person-supported service, then you are going to be automatically compliant and you will be meeting new directions, you will be meeting HICWA. So I think it's a cost that you just have to say it needs to be funded because it is so important. And again, as I said, you have micro-business opportunities which arise from it, from skills learned on the farm. And I just quickly had a few pictures, which I'll go through quickly because I always think picture can tell what I never can say. And, you know, it's all those happiness of, you know, I just love the one with the donkey. I just think there's such love there. And I suppose I'm just going to end up with John F. Kennedy. And I just, you know, I just think it says we don't all have equal talent, but all of us should have an equal opportunity to develop our talents. And I think that social farming does this for everybody, which we support and brings true equality. Thank you.